While you wait, join the back channel discussion on Discord. Join us every Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time for commentary on the latest Web3 news and to win big with NFT Powerup's trivia gaming platform, nftpowerup.io. The space will begin shortly. Please repost the space now to bring in more of our AI and Web3 friends. Welcome to the space of NFT Powerup. Compete for blue chip NFTs, cash prizes, and more on NFT Powerup's trivia platform. The space will begin shortly.
Hello.
While you wait, join the back channel discussion on Discord.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Yo, Ayman, how's it going?
Yeah.
I'm good. We're a few minutes late, but
Yeah.
we're here.
We're definitely here. Web3 guy, how's it going?
Man, it's good. Nice weather today. It's not raining anymore. How are you?
Nice. You seem excited about today. I love that energy.
Very excited.
He seems excited. Guys, I want to welcome everyone listening to the space. Powerup Culture is your one-stop destination for Web3 news. We're doing something different a bit this week. All boys edition. Sarah's not with us. We're going to have a different type of discussion, but covering the same topics as usual. So we're just going to get right into it. Emma, we've been covering for the last week. We've been seeing what happened with Sam Altman with the whole OpenAI situation. But have you heard about Amazon launching their own chatbot named Q?
I found two things interesting about that: the choice of the name, and also how they're going enterprise. They're not going end consumer. With this.
It's interesting the name because initially, if I believe that's what you're implying, OpenAI had their own project named Project Q Star. So they used Amazon Q. I don't know if that was an intentional move by them, but it's definitely a separate product because this is developed by Amazon. The other one was developed by OpenAI. So it's a different concept.
The name stood out for me because I'm a Star Trek fan. In one of the old Star Treks, they had a very powerful and a weird character called Q. And he was omnipresent, and he had superpowers, and he was super annoying. But I mean, the choice of that, it was partially that, and there's also part of another character. I was looking it up the other day. They also named it after a character from a James. Yes, from James Bond as well. Q, the character who had the gimmicks for James Bond. So I think it's a combination of the two.
Do you think they had that in mind? Because when you're applying that they're a powerful character, maybe a powerful villain, is there some sort of nuance that maybe AI could someday be that villain at the end of the day?
Evil, of course. AI is evil. It's gonna, take over the world. That's why when I talk to ChatGPT, I use please, just in case I'm sentient later. It spares my life compared to the other rude humans.
Yeah. Basically, yeah, you have to be polite because you never know. Everything's logged. Everything's being logged. But yeah, Amazon Q is definitely taking a bit of a different approach. I heard you a few spaces ago. A few spaces ago, you discussed maybe ChatGPT taking that enterprise route, but Amazon seems to have taken it before them. So they're launching Q as this assistant for businesses. So they already have AWS. It's integrated within AWS, and they want businesses to use Q in order to facilitate or to enhance employee productivity. They want them to integrate with already the services that they're providing through AWS, but this will kick it up a notch. But I mean, for example, already ChatGPT is doing a lot. I mean, on a personal level, ChatGPT already does some productivity enhancement tools for my day-to-day job. But definitely when you integrate Amazon, AWS, and when you have this whole backend and all the servers that are connected, especially that AWS also it has its own service, its own apps, its own tools. When you have this whole platform integrated into your business, I think there's like a whole new level of productivity enhancement and assistant to employees to unlock when you integrate it with your business.
What many people forget Amazon is it's a technology company. We all know it by the purchasing the e-commerce aspect that we buy, but they have a huge business in technology as well, where they provide services to other companies, whether with AWS and other services, and with also Alexa and other technologies that they build. So this is another aspect of technology that they have, and they're going after the enterprise route, which I found interesting because there are many companies competing in that space. You know, you have the household names like Microsoft via OpenAI and their major investment in OpenAI. They're a leader in that space, and Amazon also is playing is playing their own cards in that space. There are many others as well, but in terms of names, it's Microsoft and now Amazon. And also, Amazon has an interest in this because if you want your own company data to be analyzed and indexed or so on, you either are already hosting it on AWS and you're adding more data there, or you will move some data that you have not moved there before you move it there. So there's an additional incentive for people to use that infrastructure that they have. So that's a value added for using Q.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that because the actual powerful punch that this product launch gives is that a lot of companies actually have their whole servers running on Amazon on AWS. So this might be a very seamless transition for them, and a big bonus for Amazon because it's not cheap service as of now. First of all, it's not fully launched yet worldwide. It's only in US specific regions. But they're testing it with several companies, several big companies like Deloitte, like Samsung, Verizon, and Disney. They're seeing how it works, but it's not cheap. It's $40 per month per user. So imagine these large companies who are worldwide. They have a lot of employees, and you're charging $40 per employee. That's even more revenue for Amazon. Additionally, to what they're already making.
There's a lot of money to be made in AI. There's a lot of technology improvement to be made in AI, and there's a lot of experimentation to be made in AI. And I'm sure we'll have more and more of this discussion, MG, moving forward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Emma, maybe one final question about this. Do you think integrating such tools like Amazon or Amazon Q now into businesses would have an effect on decision making, or it would just enhance the productivity, the day-to-day tasks? Will we see a day where Amazon or AWS can take the final decision in some managerial tasks?
Enhancing productivity of employees is commonly discussed, but I don't think it's a high priority as much as people say it is. They say it is, and they want it to be done. And so, but with my discussion with many of the large organizations, they say something, but on the ground, the efficiency and the effectivity of their employees is not necessarily high up on the list. One area that I think AI is definitely helping from an workforce perspective is decreasing the error rate and improving the quality of the output. So what happens is the AI has the information, the company information, and it also has the internet, the information from the internet. And what it's creating is creating it with a correct logical structure, with good language, written language. So it improves the output of the regular workforce. So it's in a way where instead of you spending time and hours to train them and to force them to attend those trainings and hoping that they're listening and attending and hoping that 6%, 10% of that training sinks in, here you're enabling it across a wider workforce in a short amount of time, and their output is increasing. You can tell it that we have this data. Can you replicate this type of proposal? Can you analyze what data here is this? My boss asked me for these types of numbers. Can you bring them up for me? I'm looking at planning for 2024. Let's look at what gaps we had this year. What is realistic for next year? What are other companies doing? So that type of discussion can better happen with a larger number of people, and the output would be better. So that indirectly improves their efficiency, but it's the primary part is you have the primary workforce having a better capability to do their day-to-day work.
So it's mainly forecasting, it's mainly simulations, it's mainly let's see how we can improve. And I think given the data that it has gathered, I think it can have even an enhanced job to what it already has.
Many of the use cases that I'm seeing in the enterprise in terms of the use of AI is still day-to-day work, the same day-to-day work you do, but you do it better. You would do it better as in the output is cleaner, well-written, properly structured, and it's much more well thought of because you have company data and internet data. Second, if the person using AI they're properly upskilled, they're able to talk further, do some back and forth and two-way conversation with AI to go deeper into things that the AI might have misunderstood or skipped over, or you want to tell it to focus more on because that's what management is asking for. Those are better use. Those are more common use cases for AI.
Yeah, 100%. Web3 guy, do you think, given the size of Amazon, how much it's an established company, $1 trillion company, do you think it will directly take out of the market share of OpenAI, given that OpenAI has been on the scene for maybe 1 year now? I think today is their anniversary. Do you think it will directly take a piece of that cake?
Look, MG, I'm basically not an expert in huge companies or markets or anything, but we all know how big Amazon is. That's one to have everything in the world. More or less everything runs on AWS. So everything, like the regular user that watches Netflix doesn't even know that Netflix is running on AWS. Our everyday tools and apps that we use are running on AWS. So yeah, I think they might have a pretty good advantage on OpenAI regarding establishment of their AI chatbots and the backends and so on.
Yeah, 100%. They said that they've backed it with 17 years of their own AWS data, which will definitely help in boosting analytics, boosting results, boosting projections, and so on. But speaking of AI,
the same way Grok is also backing it up with 10 years of Twitter data.
Is that what Elon claimed?
Yes. So it's going to be definitely an advantage, Grok over OpenAI, where it has the Twitter data, and you can go ahead and say, okay, look, what are the common trending topics in AI and Web3, and I want to post something today. What are the most popular topics? And then it suggest some topics. You say, okay, write for me a post that has this direction. Rewrite this guy's post, and then make it in a way where it's catchy and edgy or so on. And Grok will insert some attitude as well in it. You can tell it to study somebody's account and say how frequently do they post, what type of content are they posting, what is their popular post, what are topics that they talk about the most. So it's very X focused, and plus X has a lot of the information about the world, what's happening, what happened back then, and all of that. So there's a definite advantage for Grok in that perspective.
Yeah, because most of us, I believe, I can speak for everyone. We get most of the news, the fastest news on X. So it's the new news outlet because everything happens so fast, especially now Web3. We saw earlier today some opinions of Elon about his X advertisers, and we got that through X. So interesting opinion, definitely. But yeah.
MG, the first time Twitter was considered to be news was in 2000. And when did the Hudson plane river? Let me get the exact date where, because there was a Hudson River plane. Let me show you when was that. Yeah. It was 2009. Right. So for the longest time, news agencies were considering Twitter to be not real news because it is citizen journalism, citizens sharing this information. They're not vetted. They're not experienced journalists. They don't have an editor in chief. They don't have. So there was a lot of negativity for many from 2007 to 2009 where they were discounting Twitter. The first time where really Twitter made a breakthrough to media is when there was one of the planes had to do an emergency landing in the Hudson River. There was a movie with Tom Hanks in it, so that same movie was based on that story. So it was a guy who shared. I'm going to share my screen on this. There's a guy who shared that he was. All right, so this is a low resolution image, but this is the image. So what he did was he shared a tweet saying, "Look, I'm on a ferry in the river, and I'm heading to help evacuate people who are on this airplane." And this was the closest image any of the media outlet. The media outlets didn't have this. He was the closest and the fastest there. So many media outlets in the US and globally started to use that image because that was the closest that they could get, and that was the beginning of when there is something to this thing called social media at the time. So it was Facebook and Twitter and YouTube where we could use this for news and so on. So ever since 2009, it was news in terms of. But now with phones being in everybody's hand, fast mobile internet in everybody's hand, and each one of us wanting to be louder than the others. Each one of us wants to be. We want to emulate the influencers and the people we follow. So you have even an immense amount of content there. So yeah.
Yeah, 100%. And we're seeing year after year, maybe the sentiment of people is relying less on these mainstream media channels and following these huge accounts on social media, whether it was Instagram or whether it was Twitter and so on. So there's definitely a shift happening in user sentiment and in user adoption for these types of platforms. But staying in the realm of AI, Web3 guy, you showed me a few days ago an example of how we saw on X there was a demonstration of not just. We definitely know that AI can generate images now with ChatGPT 4. You can give it a prompt and then you can manipulate that prompt, so on. But now we're seeing some sort of video in that.
Yes, MG, you're totally right. As you said, we saw it on X as usual. And it's not ChatGPT, it's a combination of Mid-Journey, which is focused on images generation, not a chatbot. It's specific for images, and Runway AI. So you combine it, you create the images with Mid-Journey, and you use Runway AI, which is a whole different other tool, to animate it. So if you want to ask me the outcome is good, yes, and we go.
I'm telling Ayman, this is really fascinating. Have you seen it? Have you seen it in action? How the person just scrubs over a part of an image and then it directly transforms into this animated piece of content.
And it's very meta, MG, where AI creates the original still image, and then the other AI animates this AI created image, right? So
Yeah. Web3 guy, is it like so they highlight it and they give it a prompt so that they animate it? Is that how it happens?
I haven't tested the tool, but I know someone that tested it. You just highlight over, let's say you have an image of a cat or a bird or like 3 leaves or whatever, you just highlight over them and the AI will animate them. Now, I think this is fast, that's one. This is cost effective, especially for creating short animated videos, because animation is not cheap at all. It's expensive. It requires lots of time, especially for like 30-second videos. Now, if you're talking about short videos, this is very effective if you want to use it, especially in filmmaking or in your content or in ad campaigns. It depends. So, yeah, I think the world can use this, but there is one like a small red flag, which is the AI generated, so it could lead to it could be misleading. So because this is after all not true, this is an AI generated video, so users should just include a disclaimer, or just like YouTube introduced 2 weeks ago, every video used there should be included that AI was used in this video to avoid misleading the audience or the watchers.
Yeah, 100%. But what if it was used on some original piece of content, but just to enhance the experience for users and explain it? Do you think there's a conflict there, or a red flag, or is it just doing its role
No,
of animation using AI?
Not at all. I think if someone uses it for his own content or his company or whatever, it should be fine. But not like create, let's say, generate an image of a building on fire and misleading the whole users.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah,
that's not
I can see.
and
Yeah, I can see
and
how that can.
also. And G, we're not just talking here, in the post that I saw, we're not just talking here about short clips. So there was a whole AI generated movie trailer that looks so realistic that was generated. It's over 1 minute long, 1 minute and a half. So yeah, I think we're getting at a level where AI videos and images are getting really realistic and by AI generation.
So it's a whole video clip that is purely built on animating still images. Is that how it works?
Basically, yeah.
Wow. I mean, I really think the pace of how this is moving is going very fast, but still I think there is a lot of room for improvement, because you can directly, at least for my eye, I can directly identify when something is AI generated, because we see some most
for
of the
now,
time.
MG.
Yeah. There's what I'm getting, Ayman. There's what I'm getting. Most of the time, you can identify that this is AI generated. You have these matted textures on the skin. Maybe you have an eye that is raised above the eye. But the trailer that you showed me, this movie trailer that you're talking about, they have these hyper realistic animations. It's crazy. I mean, it's really crazy. Regardless that there's no plot, because they're just animating some images, the
Yep.
quality of the there's no plot. There's this just combination of in a world, these types of images and animations. But it's really fascinating how in maybe 1 year we've established so much.
You'll see more of that, MG, when AI becomes more systematic and consistent. Because if you create one with this prompt and then with a similar prompt, it's a very different image. Once it becomes consistent, you'll see more and more creativity related to that, whether they're creating a movie trailer or an image for an ad or so on. So one thing I was trying to do is to get, for one of the businesses that I'm advising, is to get them to upload their brand guidelines, their colors, the style of images that they have, and to ask AI to recreate that. It kind of works, but not so much, because every time AI wants to create its own thing. And when eventually it becomes as consistent, and there is that option, and I don't see why not, then it should work.
Yeah.
I just want to say hi
Yeah.
to the audience. Walid, thank you for dropping in. Kirut, Apu as well, and Alexa. Hello.
Thank you. We have some news from Magic Eden. We talked about them a few weeks ago, where they did this collaboration, or they were planning on doing this collaboration with Bored Apes, after Bored Apes decided to pull out of OpenSea following this whole royalty situation. But now Magic Eden has been really working in the back end and behind the scenes, because they're launching this new custodial wallet. So we know that they are an NFT platform, but now they're basically extracting that part and they're putting it into a whole new dedicated wallet. So what this is, Ayman, it's a browser extension similar to MetaMask, but it's for Magic Eden. And the thing that they're promoting with this is that, similarly to how Magic Eden supports Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and Polygon on their platform, this wallet will support multiple chains on their wallet. And they're promoting this as enhanced user experience, because you can seamlessly bridge multiple tokens inside one app, and they have a lot of features that are that are NFT friendly, where you can move NFTs between different assets and so on. But it's rarely do you see that Bitcoin is included in these chains, because at least from my experience so far with Bitcoin and with ordinals, it's usually a separate wallet that I have to keep very safe, because Bitcoin ordinals are very sensitive to the addresses that they have. They can only be accepted on very specific addresses. So having that in one wallet will definitely increase the user. I forgot the word. Basically, it will definitely increase. I blocked out.
My question to you, MG, on this is: aren't wallets easy and readily available? What is different? Is it because it's easier when I'm transacting within Magic Eden, or is it just another wallet that I add? Do I need another wallet?
Yes. So that's the thing, because we already work with a couple of wallets. At least personally, I have one wallet, minimum one wallet for every known chain, for like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and so on. So what I assume Magic Eden wants to do is they want for you to migrate from all these fragmented wallets into one wallet that will hold your assets. But this brings or this, at least for me, raises the question of, is this a benefit for the users, or is this an added risk of having all the assets of all the chains? Is this a risk or a benefit? I mean, what do you think?
For me, MG, I wouldn't put all my eggs in one basket, so I don't think it's. Sorry, I won't go.
I think because the promise of having one wallet that has everything is a promise many of them make, so it's not unique in that sense. Having them all in one place for sure is a risk on this, unless it's your hot wallet is a trash wallet that you connect here and there, and you've stored other things in cold storage. It's then yes, having a hot wallet that has everything. It's just I can do my quick transactions and small connections in it there, but not the heavy stuff. But I think wallets, I don't know how big wallets, how would we manage our wallets later, right? Because we have these, decentralized wallets, then you have other centralized wallets. Some you can transfer to, others you cannot. I'm not sure, MG. I can see us having many wallets, but only using 2. Not, but although you have like 8 or 10 as part of a sign up, or you have to, or you had one transaction there somewhere. But I see us using 1 or 2, and MetaMask continues to improve on their offering. So MetaMask, Coinbase.
I agree that MetaMask is still leading the way in the wallet sector. But recently, and this is something that we want to include in the space topics, Vitalik announced some updates that they'll be rolling out for Ethereum in 2024, and one of them is account abstraction. So basically, what that means is that you can have one or two main accounts, and under those, you would have multiple smaller wallets so that it's easier for you to manage. And another part of it is onboarding without using the seed phrase, which is a concept that we discussed using the SSS Shamir seed sharing protocol. So basically, you would need multiple people that you trust, and then the seed phrase is encrypted and shared and stored with them on their devices and so on. But there are definitely many enhancements coming into the space in terms of wallet management, and Ethereum is leading the space, and MetaMask is on Ethereum. So we're gonna see MetaMask still leading on that front.
Thank you, MG.
You're welcome, Evan.
Next.
Next, we have Mad Labs for the first time in their project history, or they reached their all-time high, which is 130 Solana, I think, so which is equivalent to 8,000 USDT. Now, this is explained by the high price of Solana. Like at the start of 2023, it was nothing, $10. Now it's $60. So they broke their all-time high, and they're now the leading NFT project on Solana. So this was explained by their affiliation and ties to a company called Backpack, which is aiming to set up a crypto exchange hub in Dubai. So their platform, their crypto exchange, they're looking to set up in Dubai. So that's one of the reasons why Mad Labs has floor price has risen so much. And they released a token, I think it was PYTH, and they airdropped it to the holders, so everyone knows their prices. So yeah, this is basically it. So this brings us back to a question you asked me 3 weeks ago. Are we back to the bull market or not yet?
Did I ask that?
Someone asked me this. I think
it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I'm in denial. We've always been in our bull market.
Yeah, that is for the last year and a half. I can recall that.
Yeah.
Very well. I also recall that there are no scams in the space. I recall that very well.
Definitely.
It's only around you. You're hanging out with the wrong crowd. I'm good. Where I'm spending time in Web3. I'm with the good guys, nice and clean. Nothing scammy or so on. So I'm not sure. I changed my friends, MG.
I would too. I'll think about that.
Solana's doing a lot now, right? So it's coming across more and more, and I'm seeing more and more people on X say that they want to hold the bags of Solana, they want to grow their Solana, and I don't know. I've been using it as transactional. I was buying Sol here and there, but not systematically piling it up. So or maybe I did. I don't know. It's been It's part of the denial is we leave our bags, right? We just we think that they're valuable, so we don't look at them, and so yes, so I'm not now not entirely sure. But I think I was buying a bunch of Solana for a while, but anyway, I'm seeing more and more people saying buy, to buy Solana, to look at Solana, or so on. Are you coming across things, guys?
Yeah, especially after the I forgot the name of the summit that they had earlier, maybe 2 weeks ago. They're introducing some really interesting stuff and really interesting tech into the blockchain. So I've been keeping an eye on Solana, not buying now, not financial advice, but I've been keeping an eye on Solana because they're introducing some things to rival Ethereum, especially that they can process a lot more transactions than Ethereum and so on. So yeah, I think Solana can have some good potential, especially it's based in the US. It can have the front on some regulatory stuff. So maybe that will attract more institutional investors towards Solana rather than other blockchains.
Thank you, MG. So we have do we have winners for today? No.
Definitely, of course. Every week we have winners.
All
If
right.
one
All right.
week passes by and we don't have winners, then I don't know what to say.
I'm
It's not
excited to try
power
our
up.
new. I'm excited to try our new recording. Web3 guy, just let me know and I'll push the button.
Okay, let's do it.
Get ready, everyone. We're about to announce this week's trivia winners. Ready? Here we go. In third place, the winner is...
I am Anacola.
In second place, big cheers for...
Ace.
And now, the moment of supreme glory. This week's trivia master, the champion of champions, is...
BU Game.
Thanks to all who played. Be sure to join NFT Powerup for another thrilling round of trivia. Who knows? You could be our next big winner. Turn on your notifications.
All right.
At the end. That was a nice remix. Nice.
That's a trademark recording.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. So that's it for today, guys.
We
Ayman,
have a competition coming up.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Totally.
So everyone, as mentioned during the trivia winners announcement, this could be you. So yep, we have a trivia campaign every week. We have new winners every week. In the first place, the prize is 80 USDT, second place 50, and third place 20. And the trivia this week is about CR7. So if you're
Let's
a
go.
soccer / football fan, this trivia is for you. So all you have to do is go to nftpowerup.io/minis and compete to win.
Others would argue that Messi is the GOAT, but go ahead.
He is, Ayman. He is, but Web3 guy is in denial.
Yeah, I'm in denial. Okay.
No, but we've been listening to the community. They want something to do with sports. We did chat once, but it was not fully sports related, given that Shaq has his hands in a lot of stuff. So CR7 is a very sports focused, football focused / soccer focused theme. So very fun questions. You'll definitely enjoy it. So we encourage everyone to hop in and try it out.
All right. Thank you, guys, for being here with us today.
Thank you.
We are on our way out.
Next Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We hope you have enjoyed listening and gained valuable insight into the world of AI and Web3. Until then, keep powering up.